Yo, this is Nick D.
I'm Brie K, and this is Kasari.
You already know what it is, man. It's William Cater.
Yo, this is DJ Lost and Found from the Missing Link podcast.
Hey, what up? It's Miss Hero from Pew Army.
This is Stephen the Levite.
Yo, what's good, y'all? It's your boy YP, aka Young Paul. You know what I mean? Representing the East Coast, New York, Jersey, stand up.
And you're tuned into the That's Not
Christian Podcast. Woo!
Yeah, what up, y'all? We here. It's your boy Switch.
Back, baby.
And I'm here with your boy Jimmy. And we don't got no Jay or Ant. They should be joining us later on. They running late, running on banking time.
He said, start without me. He said, I'm nowhere near.
Oh, he did? Okay, so no Ant today.
He said, yeah, start without me.
All right, so our show should be calm today then.
Oh, no, this is a nice little balance, right? It's a nice little balance.
It's only one unvax versus the two vax.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
But what's good, Jimmy? How was your weekend, man? How you doing?
It was good, man. I really can't. What did I do this weekend? I took my daughter to practice. Yeah, I don't remember what I did, bro. I don't think I did anything. I went to that joint on Monday. You saw my stories, right?
Oh yeah. So what was that about?
There's a protest because LA has these mandates, these vax mandates, right? And normally you have you're able to get an exemption, either a medical exemption or religious exemption, right?
Right.
But in this case, a religious exemption isn't being extended to city employees, and so like the sheriffs and the police, the PD, they have to get vax or they're gonna lose their jobs. I think it's December 8th, if I'm not mistaken. The mayor said that all city employees need to be vaxxed. And
wow.
So yeah, or you're gonna lose your job. So a lot of city workers, not just police officers and not just firefighters, but there was like nurses there too. There was people from the Department of Water and Power, like the Port Authority too. Just mad people who work for the city were there and protest. There was a lot of people. The media
all the people that were once heroes, pretty much.
Yeah. You go from hero to zero in overnight. So yeah, man, there's mad people there. The media was there. They tried to play it down like there was only a couple hundred people. There was mad people there.
Wow.
Yeah, it was cool too because the police choppers were there. Like, I guess they were monitoring the situation, but they kind of showed love. They circled low and showed the support for the people protesting and stuff like that. So it was cool. It wasn't like any type of conflict or altercation or anything like that. I was surprised because I thought it was gonna be like all MAGAs, right? I was like, dang, I'm going into enemy territory, you know what I mean?
Right, because once people see you in those kind of events or venues, it's like, oh, he's MAGA.
Yeah, absolutely.
They're anti-vax.
Right, absolutely. And the thing is that the event wasn't like anti-vax at all. It was just anti-mandates.
Okay.
That's all it was. It was anti-mandates because people aren't allowed to invoke their First Amendment right, which is free speech and freedom of religion. So normally you're allowed to, use your faith, your beliefs to say, hey, I'm not going to do this because, of my faith in God or Jesus Christ or whatever. But in this case, with this particular situation, it's not an option. And so you have people like, for example, like my wife last year, she was in ICU. She's been at her job for 3 years. She's been working in the ICU. And she was dealing with COVID patients, right? She was like for real, like saving lives, bro. Like people died flatline and she was like giving them CPR and they came back to life. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Like for real. Like life and death situations, like no joke. You know what I mean? She's just like not,
Wow, man.
A nurse at a desk job or something like that. And not to minimize that at all either, because I think everybody plays their role, but just kind of giving you a picture of like what her life was like every day. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like she was really exposed to the virus, dealing with patients who had it. And now she's not even allowed to enter into the same building that she once worked in. They got her in like the old building.
Yeah.
In the old building was the old hospital, but they remodeled it because peep this, like the reason why they don't use the old build one of the reasons why they don't use the old building anymore is because I believe it wasn't structurally sound because we have earthquakes here and stuff like that. So they built a new one, right? It's a bigger facility, it's more state of the art, whatever, because the other hospital was like it was old. So they got two buildings. They got the old building, they got the new building.
Right.
So she's not allowed to deal with any patients, deal with any staff, right? She has to go in through a completely different entry. All the staff, because it's not just nurses, right? It's doctors, it's nurses, it's CNAs, it's just all staff that doesn't want to comply with the mandates. They're not allowed to enter into the hospital. They got to go to like the other building, and they're not allowed to deal with any staff or any patients whatsoever. And they got her in the basement right now, bro. Like literally in the basement, like doing nothing, like doing paperwork. You know what I'm saying? Like she's not even allowed to go into the cafeteria, dog.
Wow.
She's not even allowed to eat. So it's a real case of like segregation. You know what I'm saying?
Can she take the test? Like she has to take the test weekly and stuff.
That's mandatory. That's mandatory for everybody there. Like if you haven't taken the jab, you have to take the test. And she's been doing that. She's been complying with that. There are some people who haven't been complying with that. Because peep this, bro. The name of the company, tag, I wish I could remember it. The name of the company, or the company that's doing it, I'm sorry, the company that's doing the testing, they have the rights to your DNA in the waiver, right? And when you fill out the form when they do your test, it says that they have rights to your DNA.
Oh, to like do studies and stuff like that.
Right.
Do whatever
right.
they want. Wow.
Right. And you can't opt out.
Right. And you got to use that company, right?
You have to use that company. You can't go somewhere else where like you can opt out and say, hey, I don't need you storing my DNA or using my DNA to run your test or whatever. Like that's not even an option. You know what I'm saying? So some people, some staff have said like, yo, I'm not going to take the test because I don't want you to have my DNA. I don't want you to use my DNA for tests. You know what I'm saying? Like, and there isn't an option to opt out. So I'm not going to take the test. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Yeah, bro. It's just.
So
bro, it's crazy.
who organized this whole protest? Was it like, I know you had mentioned like city workers, but
yeah, I don't remember the name of the company or the organization. I could look it up right now.
Yeah.
But I don't know off the top of my head.
So how many hours were you there for?
It didn't start till like 10 or something like that. But we didn't show up till 11, and we were probably there till like 3 o'clock. So what's that? 4 hours?
Yeah. So you guys, I saw you had like a poster. What the poster said?
I do not consent. I do not consent. Yeah, that's what it said. Yeah, bro. It was wild, man. And it was cool too. I met a lot of people there, a lot of cool people. It's wild. Like I miss some people from GTHU. You know what I'm saying? Like they happened to be there.
Oh, they were there?
Yeah, there was a few people who knew me from there. But
That's
unfortunately, I didn't have a chance to meet them because I didn't know that they were there. And a few people hit me up that live here. You know what I'm saying? That I know like from Instagram and stuff like that. Like, yo, why didn't you tell me? I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. It was just I even saw somebody who was like, I told you I used to work with the Cypher Effect, and I saw one of the rappers there, and I thought like, yo, that's crazy because I didn't think that particular artist was like on that wave. You know what I'm saying? Because like again, like I said, I went in there with like thinking like, yo, it's gonna be mad maggots here. You know what I'm saying? I'm going like to support my wife and everything else, you know.
Yeah.
But you know, it was just mad people. I think it was the organization was Firefighters for Freedom, if I'm not mistaken.
Were there like people there with job opportunities too, or nah?
Nah. I mean, that
It's
would have
just
been
a
a great
straight
idea.
protest, right?
Yeah, it was just a straight. They had speakers. They had speakers there. They had a lot of speakers. A couple doctors, a couple lawyers, people who are like advocates, people who are like uh suing the city and the county. You know what I mean? To overturn this mandate. Um, you know, so it was a cool event though, man. Like I said, I met some really cool people. Everybody was like mad nice. Um, you know, people who love freedom, you know what I mean? And it was really cool. It was really cool to see that.
That's dope, man.
Yeah, man.
That's dope.
It was really dope, you know. It was really dope. And to see like other people who are like, yo, I don't even work for the city. I'm just here to support, which is kind of like me too, you know what I mean? Even though like my wife works for the city and stuff, but
Right.
um
Do you think that there'll be some kind of change? Like, do you think that there's like you know, like lawmakers or anyone that's interested in like change, or is it just like
not in Los Angeles, bro. Like the politics here is like at least the people in power who make the decisions are like to the far extreme left. So there isn't anybody like in the middle that I know of in Los Angeles. There are some like I think the governor of like Kentucky or something like no. I don't remember what state. Some state in the South that has a Democratic governor or something like that. I know that she stood up. I can't remember her name off the top of my head. But in LA, nah, like everybody's like far left. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think that it's gonna come from one person politically, but I think that there are things that are going to happen that is going to force change. So like I'll give you an example. Like I mentioned earlier, my wife, everybody who doesn't have the jab is in a separate building, right? So they're segregated. So everybody that's in the hospital, like working, got the jab. Anybody who's working with patients got the jab. So that means that you shouldn't have if the jab is 100% effective, right? And it is a vaccination, then you wouldn't have any cases, right?
right?
Like the staff wouldn't have any cases. There wouldn't be an infection rate. They still have cases, right?
Right.
It's far lower. Well, statistically, this year there have been lower cases than there was last year. You may be able to argue that it's because of the jab. But if that's the case, then there's no need for these mandates, right? But they still have cases in the hospital, so it's going to be interesting once we're entering into the cold and flu season, what those numbers are like, because you can't blame it on the on the unvaxxed anymore, right? Because this is a building full of people who are all jabbed. So there's that,
Right.
and then
But
also
the vax doesn't prevent the virus, right?
correct, which
So
doesn't which means that it's not a vaccine.
right.
So then
and then
why force
your
it on
point
people?
is more like your point is right. Your point is like it still can be spread, but their side is saying, well, you won't have that severe illnesses or death or whatever it may be. But you're saying, yo,
Allegedly,
man, it's still spreading.
it's still
Right,
spreading, and
allegedly.
and based on the data, like there's no guarantee that that's going to happen anyway if you don't have the jab.
Right.
It doesn't happen to everybody. Like yes, it's unfortunate. Some people have um a really bad experience, even to the point of death. And that's unfortunate. But a lot of people, that's not the case for a lot of people.
Right.
And so
Now
it's gonna be interesting.
Are you personally, right? And I was talking to my coworker at work,
Yeah.
right? Are you personally living like there's still COVID around? Like when it first hit, right? It was like mask, uh, clean your hands, all that good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And it seems like now, like it doesn't exist. You know what I mean? At least from my
Yeah.
work, it's like we walk around like it doesn't exist. You know what I'm saying? I hate wearing the mask on my Metro North. Like I can't wait to take it off. But I'll go inside a store, no
Yeah.
mask, stuff like that. My wife would tell
Yeah.
me, "Oh, put on your mask just in case." I'm like,
So welcome, Jay. Thank you for joining us, man.
Jay, what's
Thank you
good,
for having
man?
me.
This guy's a
What's up?
globetrotter. For the audio only listeners, Jay just stepped into the building. Let's go.
There he
Um,
is.
Yo, so I was never the type. I was never the type like it doesn't exist. You know what I'm saying? And I would wear my mask indoors, like when it was required of me, right? And I'm not usually like that event that I went to on Monday. I haven't been in a crowd that large in a really long time. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Actually, I take that back. That's not true. That's not true. My wife did the mud run and there was mad people there. But that was
Okay.
like recent. That was like in the last 30 days. But prior to that, I haven't been in a large event. Like even my brother just went to the Raekwon Ghost and Jizza just did a show and I didn't go. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't like being in large crowds of people, period. You know?
Right.
So for me, it's business as usual. You know what I mean? Like I've always been kind of a germaphobe. Like I've always washed my hands. I've always gave people a pound. I don't like shaking hands. You know what I mean? Like always, yo, my son was just sick, bro. My son was just sick this weekend. He had like a stomach virus.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, I Lysoled the remote control, the handles on the sink, the doorknobs, the light switches, everything. Like I got hit it with Lysol, my keyboard in the office, the chair, the arms, everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I don't want to get the stomach flu. You know what I'm saying? And so I treat everything like that. You know what I mean? If I know somebody, like, well, my youngest son caught it last year in January. Like legit caught it, like went to the doctor, they did the test and they said that he had it, right? And he isolated himself, you know what I'm saying? And so we take precautions anyway, you know what I mean? Like it's not like I'm not the type that says excuse me, it doesn't exist, you know. But you know, it's business as usual, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm not, you know, I'm like I said, I'm a germaphobe, so you know, it that's what it is. Like, you know, I had hand sanitizer before it was cool, you know. And you know, I've been working from home since before this joint, you know. So, but you say, for you don't like wearing that joint at all, right?
Nah, man, I'm kind of like because I wear it for so many hours, right? Like literally 3 hours a day. And then
Because of your commute.
My commute, yeah, it's an hour and a half straight.
Yo, but that's a good idea though, bro. Like to wear it in your commute, that's a good idea.
No, I get it, I understand, but it's just like I go to work super early, so I got to be at work at 7 a.m. Yeah. I'm on my train. It takes me an hour and a half, 5:20. Right, I'm in the train station waiting for the train to come. Right. So it's like if I want to rest, I'm like sleeping with a mask on. You know what I'm saying? And I kind of had this thing in my head where I feel like this is making me, I don't know, worse, or this is making me like bad for me. You know what I'm saying?
You know,
you're
some people say
all that.
Yeah, some people say that. Some people say that you can get like some sort of bacterial infection because of the mask. You know,
right?
Yo, shout out to LNF, man. Thank you for joining us, man. Shout out to all our members. Shout out to Salt and Light. He said Oxford studies found so much bacteria that resides on the mask. So basically, what you saying? You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah.
So when I'm wearing it, I'm just and 3 hours is not a lot because I've heard other people that wear 8 hours, 10
kids
hours
in
a
school.
day. Kids in school wearing it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But for me, I never had to wear it for that long. So
right.
I'm like sweating once I'm done. I'm like, as soon as I get off that train, I'm like off. and I don't want to wear it again
Yeah.
until I gotta get my commute back home. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I feel like I'm being suffocated. But you only wear it in your commute. You don't wear it in the office or when you're like walking across the street to the bodega or getting a chopped cheese or something like that. Like you're not wearing it then.
If they have like because some places have the sign,
Yeah.
but then I also try to gauge to see if anyone's in there without a mask. I take it
Yeah.
off. I'm like, well, no one else got a mask.
Nobody else doing it. I ain't doing it either.
If you ain't pressing him, I'm taking mine off. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I try to do that, like when I go to the store. When my wife is really big on it, so I try to wear it around her.
Yeah.
But I hate it. I can't stand it.
That's funny because I just arrived from probably one of the freest states in America, and it felt so good to not have to worry about you have got your mask on. Hey, sir, excuse me, sir, can you have your mask on, please, over the nose? The only time that happened was in the airplane, right?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it was something to see how everybody walked into the store or the restaurant, and there was just nobody cared. They had signs.
Wait, so you didn't wear yours at all in Atlanta?
I think I only wore it in the museums that we went to because they required it.
Yeah.
And the aquarium. But then other than that, in the restaurants,
like if you weren't required to, you weren't gonna put it on.
Nope. In the restaurant, they just had a sign outside that said, if you're vaxxed and you want to wear it, and if you don't.
Yeah.
So
like, Jay, this started as like, how was your weekend, and it turned into a whole segment.
Yeah, we always circle back to this.
I mean, that's always like a big topic for us, right? But all right, here's my question, right? Did you have any big corporations or any big backing aside just from like the independent stuff, right? Like, was there any corporations or anything like supporting you guys or supporting the protests, right, that day?
Nah.
And I only asked that because I saw
grassroots.
I only asked that because I don't know if you guys saw, but Big Bird got the jab, right? And so
oh my gosh. Wow, Big Bird?
Big Bird got the jab, guys.
Wow. Any other advice that he can give that I want to follow?
But
like your man Cam said, man, never been to Sesame Street, but I flip a Big Bird.
So it's like now I'm looking at that and I'm like, are there any other corporations or any other companies or TV shows that are opposite of that, right? Like, are there any other people who?
Nah, bro. The media is.
It's almost like it's all controlled. It's all like one thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, son. So the news last night just did an expose on In-N-Out. For those of you who are not familiar, In-N-Out is a burger spot here in Cali. It's very famous for being a Cali type of spot. New Yorkers hate it. It's all good.
Whoa. Nah.
Real New Yorkers love it.
Okay.
We want it out here, actually.
Listen,
we want y'all to bring that.
We do.
Bring them burgers out here.
Yeah.
All right. My bad. Sure. Okay. My bad. I'll take it back. I heard a few people from Jersey talking greasy.
Jersey's whack. That's why.
we got Five Guys. That's what we got to settle for.
Yo, Five Guys is good. I like Five Guys.
Yeah.
I love Five Guys. Yo, LNF said ATL don't believe in COVID. They stopped doing masks in summer 2020. Yo, so let me finish.
I believe it.
So they did an expose last night on the news. I'm watching the news, right? I always have the news on like just for ambience, because I got ADD and stuff like that. So like it kind of helps me. So I'm watching the news, and this dude is doing an expose on In-N-Out because LA just passed a new ordinance because it's not a law. There's no law on the books. Your president didn't pass an executive order or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? So the city passed an ordinance saying that all restaurants have to check a customer's vaccination status.
Right.
Oh,
so
yeah, just doing that?
We're just doing it now. You can't enter into it, right? So In-N-Out took a stance a couple weeks ago and said, like, yo, we not the vax police. Like that's not our job. You know what I mean? Like we sell burgers. You know what I mean? People have the freedom, you know, and to
I
do whatever
agree.
they want. You know what I mean? But you still got to wear a mask, right? Okay, cool, whatever. So they did an expose, and the dude is like, I'm in my first In-N-Out, and I ordered a cheeseburger, and nobody asked me for my vaccine card. And he goes to another one. He goes to 5 different ones, son. 5 different ones. And he's like, and nobody asked me for my status. And it's like, bro, like this is really news. There's like a million things going on right now. You know what I mean? People are losing their jobs. You know what I mean? Children are being kidnapped. You know what I mean? Like all kinds of crazy stuff going on.
You worried
And
about
you want to
that card?
you worried about In-N-Out carding people. Like, come on, son. Like it's bro. So when you saying about like big corporations behind it and the media and this and that,
That's the
I
only
think
one.
the media is in on it, man. I think the media is
Yeah.
in on it because I don't know any news outlet who has given an alternative
Right.
viewpoint. And I'm not talking about like interviewing Alex Jones. I'm talking about like actual doctors who say like, yo, this ain't it.
Yeah.
Right. There's mad doctors who are like, yo, this ain't it, you know, because United States is bigger than New York and California, but for some reason it, you know, they think that that's it. It's only New York and California, and nobody else's opinion matters. You know what I mean? So like, I think that the media is really trying to push that. But
so like, if there was a kid show that would be kind of the opposite, or not even just the opposite, or be like, you know, you have free choice. You have free choice whether you want to take it or not. They probably wouldn't air it. They wouldn't allow
Yo, Gabba Gabba, who would it be, bro?
You know what I'm saying? Like maybe Veggie Tales or something, like somebody just saying, you know, you have a freedom of choice, right? Our amendment, you know what I'm saying? Like something like that. But it's not like you don't get that. So it just awoken me to like, yo, this is one unit, right? That either they know they can't go against. They can't go against the grain because they're gonna get canceled, right? Or they're gonna get dealt with harshly. And then it's just like there's just one frame of mindset that they're pushing out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, cool, you want to tell the kids that they need to get vaccinated because that's the new thing, right? I just got an email and I texted to my wife from the school. They're like, hey, anywhere from 5 to 11 they can get their vax now.
Yeah.
And I was like, no.
What are you gonna do?
I don't know.
That's a good answer.
I don't know. Because I don't when I got my second shot, what I went through, right? I was just like, I don't want my little man going through that. You know what I'm saying?
You got your shot in September or August?
August.
Okay. So at the very least, you had 8 months worth of information about it, right?
Yeah.
Like right now, there's like no information about 5-year-olds getting it.
Right.
You know,
right.
For me, that's scary. You know, like for me, that's like there's like no info out there. And then even the information that's out there for like people our age is suppressed, right? Because you're not like nobody's talking about the heart conditions that young people are having. And sure, the numbers might not be like astronomical, they might not be huge, but yo, let's have a conversation. Let's talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Like we can't talk about that. Right. Like we can't talk about the people who are experiencing
because the young kids were the ones that were getting those heart problems, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And that's my thing is like, you know, like why are they suppressing voices? You know, like it's unnecessary. You know, let's have a conversation. At the end of the day, like, you know, if you're gonna trust the science, then you have to evaluate the data, right?
Right.
You have to evaluate the data and then do it again. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like do it again to make sure that, you know, you're correct, because there's been tons of stuff that the professionals have said that was good for you, and then you find out 20-30 years later that it's not. And I'm not saying that that's the case with this, but we should treat it as such, right? We should be careful because there's no going back once you take that decision, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, especially since a lot of the information that we've been given has changed, right?
Yeah.
At first, it was airborne, then it's droplet. I'm in my wife's hospital. Like when it first happened, when it first hit, they're like, "Oh, you don't need to wear a mask
Right.
unless the patient is symptomatic, you know."
Right.
And remember, that was a thing too. They were saying you could spread it even if you're asymptomatic. Now they're saying you can't. Even with the vax, they were saying like, "Oh, you can't catch it, you can't spread it." Now they're saying that you can catch it and you can spread it. You know what I mean? So now
Have
they're
they
saying,
said have they said if animals can catch it and spread it? Because what was the deal with Big Bird getting a shot? Like, is he gonna spread it to Elmo and Cookie
Elmo.
Monster?
Yo,
Yo,
I hope
but
Elmo don't get it. I don't want
I'm
him to
gonna
have any adverse reactions.
I'm gonna say this, man. Oscar the Grouch
Yeah.
ain't getting that joint, son. Leave that man
Nah.
alone, son.
I agree.
Cookie Monster, he gonna get got. Just give him some cookies and a little jab, and he be like, "Oh, man,
Oh, that's his little merch
You
pack.
know what's
Just
Yeah.
what's
some
gonna
cookies.
happen, man? Cookie Monster don't have the healthiest diet, man. I'm concerned for that dude. I'm concerned for that dude, bro.
Oh man, but yeah, I mean, if they mandate it, right, I'm gonna push it as far back as I can because I kind of want some information on these things on kids,
Right.
you know. And listen, when I got it knowing that it's me, you know what I'm saying. I'm gonna be affected by my choices, you know what I'm saying. And I did it on faith, like, yo, I'm gonna just get it. I didn't get it because I was afraid of COVID or anything like that.
No, I
did it
know.
just to work,
But a
you
lot
know
of
what I'm
people,
saying?
that was the case for a lot of people. You know what I mean? And it's like, if this joint is so good for you and it's so effective, why do you have to like force people? Why do you have to coerce people and threaten people with their livelihood? You know, threatening people with having keeping them from having a normal lifestyle, right? Just let people get it if they need it. You know, a lot of people that I know got it because they had to get it, not because they wanted to get it, you know?
Right.
I know you guys, because you had to, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I know we joke around when we go back and forth, but like, I understand the position that you in, like,
Yeah.
I get it. And it's just weird how like they're doing all these things to like force people to get it, paying people, giving people $100 Visa gift cards. Your man Salt and Light said that they, brothels are even like offering free vaccinations. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I heard about that.
That's crazy.
Just weird, bro. Like, and that now
Weird.
you got it in kids programming on TV, the most influential kids TV show, right?
Right. And it's been
Is
the
out here
longest.
is out here working for Johnson & Johnson and Pfizer.
Yeah. What I don't get is, a couple weeks ago we had Joe Rogan, right? He posted and he said, "Hey, I got COVID, and here's what I did." Right. And I consulted with medical professionals and blah blah blah, and he mentioned certain medications, that people were going crazy after.
Right.
Like, why is he taking this? And then recently you had a football player, and I forgot his name right now. But
Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers, yes, he got it and consulted with Joe Rogan, and that was a big deal. But here we have a bird who's not even a human, right?
It is a human though.
But you know what I mean. His name is Big Bird, right?
Sure. Yeah.
He's a puppet.
Yeah.
In all sense.
He's a bird, man.
He's a puppet. That's deep.
Yeah.
That's deep. He's a puppet.
And he has, this little children's campaign or whatever. Like, hey, I got vax. You should get it too. My wing, it hurts a little bit, but I'll be fine. Blah blah blah. But then, like, the kids are gonna be like, hey, Big Bird, should I get the vax? And they'll be like, and he'll be like, yeah. But if I go to Joe Rogan and say, hey, it's an outrage. What is he doing?
Yeah,
I don't get it.
Yeah, nah, that's facts. That's facts, bro.
Did you guys hear about Pfizer has some sort of pill?
I saw that they were working on that. I did see that they were working on that.
Yeah, so allegedly, they have about 38 products that are gonna come out.
Nah.
Whether that's related to COVID or not, I don't know. But I know that they have a lot of stuff in the pipeline. Only reason I know, and full transparency, I do own Pfizer stock. So
Oh, wow.
These are things that they've made aware to their
Sell it, bro.
shareholders.
Sell it.
Yeah.
Wow.
No. You do whatever you want, but
So you work with them, huh? You work with them, huh?
He's the
not
ops.
at all. Not at all.
Oh, he's
the
an
ops,
owner.
bro.
But
He's an
still-
owner.
He's the ops.
He owns them.
But still, it's nuts to think that they're working all this other stuff, and don't get me wrong, they're gonna make a lot of money out of this,
Yeah.
And it's like they say, like the OxyContin and all that stuff, like that was all pharmaceutical.
Yo, son,
damage,
I'm watching
you know?
I'm watching that show on what's it on Hulu? What's it called?
Which show?
Dope Sick. It talks
Oh,
about
okay.
that whole situation with OxyContin.
Sackler family.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah,
it's
it's-
crazy. And then I see what's going on right now in the landscape with like the propaganda. Like again, Big Bird, people giving gift cards and everything that they're doing to try to persuade people to get it. And it's just like, yo, how is this different?
It ain't because it ain't persuade me. I know what I went through that second time, and I
Yeah.
just think about my little man. You know how he's small. He's a little guy, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You hit him with one of those. This thing's gonna knock him out. You know what I mean? I was knocked out. I'm a
saying.
grown man, 200
That's what I'm
something
saying,
pounds.
bro. And there just isn't enough information to say like, yo, like this is a good decision for my child, which they're still growing,
Right.
Their bodies are changing, it's tough, man. It's really
So
tough.
here's a question: if they do not mandate children under 11 to get it, right? Then what? What does that say about this whole thing?
If they don't mandate it?
I don't know. I mean, because
If
they could say
don't-
like,
if they don't mandate.
yeah, if they don't mandate for kids, I mean, it could be they could turn around and say that it's because of a child's immunity, right? They're not as the data shows that they're not as impacted as adults
Right.
are, right? Well,
Right.
not even adults, people over 50 for the most part. Yeah, that's tough. Yeah, I don't know.
Right. Yeah.
I'm sure they're gonna mandate it though. I know LA was like talking about like possibly mandating it in January once the CDC approves it. But yo, keep in mind that only one of the jabs is approved
For children.
The other no, I'm talking about just in general. Only one of them is approved.
Really?
The other ones are experimental. Yep. Only one of them is approved.
Approved meaning FDA
by
approved.
FDA.
Yeah. So we're still like in experimental trials, and it's one of the Pfizer's, and it's not, and because Pfizer has two. So like you go to the to the hospital, you go see your doctor or whatever, and you think that you're going to get this joint because it's FDA approved and whatnot. But the reality is that you really don't know which one you're getting, right? You can say, oh, I want the Pfizer, but you still don't know if it's the one that's approved or the one that's not approved, right? Do y'all know which one y'all got?
Yeah, I got the approved one.
Which one is that?
The Pfizer.
Which Pfizer?
The BioNTech. Is that what
Yeah.
you mean?
Yeah.
I got the experimental one then.
That's interesting. Well, now I'm curious to know if big bucks are required to get approval. Actually,
For sure.
you know what I'm gonna do right now? I'm gonna
What's
Google and
that?
see how much Pfizer gave the Biden campaign.
Oh man.
Nah, what you mean? No. You gotta go back, son. You gotta go back. Because remember who gave them full immunity. Remember
So
who
you-
gave him a bag. Remember who gave him a
all
bag.
right, I'll
Because
check
there
for
was-
both. I'll check for both.
There was a president who ordered, I think it was 100 million doses paid for by our tax dollars.
It was a
And
president.
it wasn't Biden.
Just say
There
his
was a
name.
there was a president.
Where my mag is at.
Hey.
You should have said that in that protest joint.
I I saw
Oh,
some
yeah.
Let's Go Brandon. I saw some,
Uh-huh.
F Joe Biden, but I didn't see anybody rocking any Trump stuff.
Yeah. All right.
And I wasn't expecting that. I wasn't expecting that, man. And it was cool. Again, it was cool because there was people of color there. Everybody was there. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
but
you
yo,
pulling the
so
color card?
you said what?
I said you pulling the cover card, color card.
Yeah, because people gonna try to make it like this anti-mandate protest is a Trump protest, and so people go down the rabbit hole. They go down the list of like, okay, MAGAs are racist white people, which is not the case. I'm sure there is, but that's in every demographic, right?
All right.
So
right,
so you letting your kids watch Sesame Street?
Nah, bro. We don't watch Sesame Street.
We don't watch that here either.
We from the real streets, man.
But look, from Pfizer gave Biden, according to this, a total. This says from individuals. So what does that mean? People that work for Pfizer? Contributions from members, employees, or owners of the organization or immediate family members. Okay. So for Biden, they gave $381,000, right? They gave the Democratic Senatorial Campaign Committee $195,000, right? So we're already at $500,000. They gave the National Republican Senatorial $123,000. And they gave Donald Trump $119,000. So Trump $119,000, Biden $381,000.
Okay.
All right. LNF says you're not going to be able to trace those Pfizer donations. They spread between all those sub companies.
I'm sure. I mean, I'm going by, whatever they're stating.
Yeah.
So total was $4 million in political campaigns.
Well,
you know how much money they spent lobbying?
Mad money.
$11 million.
That's crazy. Yo, you don't spend that kind of money without expecting a return, right?
That's right. That's
not charity.
Man, this video is gonna get banned.
It's all good. Hey, listen.
It's all right though because
we speak the truth.
Because now on YouTube, I'm sorry, Kyle. We're not gonna be able to see your dislikes no more, man.
Wait, that's incorrect. We will be able to see it.
We will. Everybody else won't be able to see it.
So what is it? You someone can leave a dislike, but you can only see the likes and the no dislikes. Is that how it's gonna work?
On a subscriber's point of view, it'll only be likes. But for us, because we manage the channel, we'll be able to see a dislike.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Yeah.
So that helps.
Did you see Twitter has a dislike, like a thumbs down button?
Yeah, like a vote down, right?
Vote down, yeah.
Or down vote.
Yeah. But it's like all the way to the right. Like you have to make it like an extra step to do it.
I accidentally clicked it one time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and so I unclicked it right away. I was like, "What the heck is this?" Because I didn't know. I was like, "This is weird."
Thumbs down. Yeah. Shouts out to Cody.
I think, yo, what's up,
Cody?
Welcome to the family. Word. Yo, so I think it's whack, man.
You think it's whack?
I think it's whack because I think that okay, so for a number of reasons. I think that kind of gives you an idea of the content, right? Because like if you see a video that has a lot of likes, right? You're like, okay, this is a good video. I might like this, right? And the contrary, if you see like a lot of thumbs down, you might be like, oh, I might not agree with this video or whatever. But you're gonna know within the first 3 to 5 minutes if you agree with them or not. And then you're like, yo, why these people? Why everybody hate this video? Like I kind of agree with what they're saying or whatever. I think that it has a lot to do more so with big companies, corporations, the White House.
No
because
more Biden thumb down.
no more thumb.
videos.
Yo,
Bro.
but they don't even leave the comments on their videos.
No,
At least Trump-
exactly.
At least Trump did.
That's what I'm saying. And I think what they should have done was like,
But he's the most
make it an
popular
option.
president.
Make it an option. You know what I'm saying? Like if TNC doesn't want to have
if we want
thumbs down viewable,
yeah,
we can take it off if we want to, or leave it on if we want. The same way with comments, right? You can turn them off completely, or you can leave them on for members. You can leave it on for subscribers. Whatever you want to do, you have options. In this case, it's like it's just disappearing. You know, so it makes me think like, yo, I think this is affecting like the big companies more so. It benefits them more so than anybody else, and I think it's for them.
But in what
because,
way?
like I said,
because
if
they persuade.
You're right, because if
crowd.
Biden's giving a speech, right, and only 100,000 people watched it, and 50,000 people thumbs down, and only 1,000 liked it, you're gonna be like, "Yo, what's up with this clown?" You know,
Right.
and if you see a ad for, let's say Tesla, even though they don't have ads, but let's say it's an ad for Tesla, and you see a bunch of thumbs down. You're not going to want to spend money with YouTube anymore or with Google anymore because your videos are getting a lot of thumbs down, and it's affecting your sales, right? Because people are like, yo, nobody likes
this.
Nobody likes this because
So,
Tesla's put zip ties in their cars. And
so
stuff like that, so it's cheap manufacturing or something.
YouTube is catching on to the algorithm that YouTube is catching on to the whole algorithm that other people influence other people. Basically, other people's choices can at times
The
influence.
optics, yeah. I don't think it's the algorithm. I think it's the optics, the way
optics,
things look.
okay.
Yeah, I think the way things look, right? Because if you see
You're
thumbs
gonna
down, you're like,
scare,
oh, the
you're
video's
gonna
like-
scare everything. Because what if it is a terrible video or a terrible speech or whatever?
Yeah, but now you can't.
Shouldn't you thumbs
Now
up?
you can't say, "Yo, that joint got more thumbs down than thumbs
Right.
up."
Right, exactly.
Now you won't
Hey.
know.
And now you won't see those MAGA screenshots anymore. Of, this is the most popular president ever. You know?
Right,
And then
right,
they
right,
circle
right.
the thumbs down and all that. Like you're not gonna
But
see that
ultimately,
no
they'll know.
How?
Like, you're not gonna hide that from YouTube.
Only the company knows.
Right.
more. You and I are gonna know. You and I are
But
Yeah,
the
gonna
yeah,
mass
that's what I'm saying.
population does not know.
You don't think YouTube
what
is gonna
everyone
know?
thinks? Yeah,
You don't-
YouTube knows, but
know.
that's
You
all
don't
right.
care because the White House is giving them a bag. So
What I'm
they're
saying
looking-
is-
they're looking out for the White House.
They
They're looking
know.
out for whoever's putting money in their pockets.
They know that you see a bunch of thumbs down, right? We get a video and we get a bunch of thumbs down. There's going to probably be more people who are thumbs down. Be like, yeah, I agree with that. That joint was whack. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But either way, that still affects the way the video performs because then they're just not gonna push it out because obviously the algorithm sees that people don't want to watch it.
Well, doesn't thumbs down also help you in comments?
It does as engagement, yes.
Okay. So what they're saying is we don't need everybody else to know what you really feel about this video or what they feel about this video.
So it's just, so I see what you're saying. That's
They
kind of
know.
That's
They
kind of
know.
dicey.
They know what's going on, but that's
All right,
the same
Drake.
thing.
That's why. That's why.
That's what they were trying to do with Instagram too, right? Take away the likes. They try to experiment with that. Instagram's
What-
whole thing was built on likes,
Well, they did that, right? Because you can hide your likes,
right?
and you could remove comments, right?
But the whole point of Instagram was to have
Yeah,
likes,
yeah,
right?
people like
People-
engagement. Yo, I got blocked. I got blocked a few weeks ago because I was liking and commenting, and I'm like, yo, they're like, oh, we saw suspicious activity in your account. Like what?
Right,
I
thought
was
you was a
liking and
bot.
comment. What else am I supposed to be doing on Instagram except liking and commenting? Like,
It's
Did
the
you get it?
amount of
Again.
times you were liking. They
Did you
probably
get it
thought
back?
was a computer.
You got
it
your
wasn't
page
even
back?
that fast. Yeah, I got it back.
All
I
right.
had to email them and stuff like that.
Welcome back. Welcome back.
Bro,
Yo,
but why? Like it's just these man. Anyway, back to YouTube.
back to YouTube. So y'all not feeling this? Both of y'all not feeling this?
I'm
Both
not
of y'all
feeling
don't
it for
care.
sure.
I mean, I don't care if you thumbs down a video if you believe that it was truly, bad, but I don't think you should hide it. You know, I think you
Yeah,
should
I
just
agree.
let it be.
Right.
You know, and if you feel like, I'll give this example, right? With a business on Google Maps, you have reviews, right? But we've seen time and time again, whenever a business is thrown out there, you'll have people that want to cancel them. So what they'll do is they'll write negative reviews. But then Google kind of like picks up on that, like, okay, these reviews aren't really because of service or whatever, it's just for whatever's going on, so they remove it, right? So now if that were to happen with a video, let's say it's a Biden video and all the MAGAs are just like, they're gonna thumbs down no matter what, I'm sure YouTube will be able to know, like, okay, this thumbs down might not be
You watch 5 seconds of this video, bro.
right? And you thumbs down, you know. But don't get me wrong, though. There are people, and I've seen videos that the second that you start, give us a thumbs up. Bro, I haven't even watched your video yet.
Right.
You know.
Oh,
by the way, give us a thumbs up if
you're enjoying this episode.
Nah, give us a thumbs up anyway.
Give us a thumbs up, because your thumbs down
now it
don't
won't matter.
Your thumbs down don't matter, bro.
So whether you like it or dislike it, give it a thumbs up.
Kyle, they can't see your dislikes no more, man. Sorry, man. But yeah, it doesn't bother me, man. It is.
Nah, you think it's
Have
cool?
you ever thumbs down a video?
Rarely. If I don't like something, I just keep it pushing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But now, will this inspire people, right? Because this is kind of like a suppression of, right? Like, let's say they don't like our video. Some people just thumbs down and keep it moving, right?
Right.
But now that they know that, yo, you can't see my thumbs down, will some people try to go above and beyond and then leave a negative comment, or report your post now because they feel like, I can't leave the thumbs down like
that'll
before.
be the next level.
Now I have to go to the next level.
I don't know
next
about
step.
YouTube, but I know some CHH rappers who reported some pages for their comments.
Ooh, spicy.
Look at.
What about Twitter? You said they get thumbs down now?
Yeah, but you know, I don't know if it's public, like where you can see it.
Oh,
or,
okay.
Like, let's say Jimmy thumbs down a thing. Will I be able to see that he thumbs down? I don't know.
Oh, okay. So did they thumbs down?
I think it's pushing it down because I've seen like in comments where it says like some comments have been hidden.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it kind of puts you in that category. But to be honest, I really don't know. I just suspect that.
So
I'm a big Reddit user, right? And they have like upvote and downvote.
Oh,
and
we're on Reddit too. Follow us.
True, we are. So it's very, I don't know. It's like natural there to like upvote or downvote. So I don't know. I was
so
they took it away.
So we didn't get no downvotes for the tweet that I put out through the TNC.
Oh no, people just let
day.
you know with words.
All right, so we get into the smoke now. Okay.
For you guys that are out there on audio, or you're on YouTube and you haven't seen it yet, me, right? Switch, right? The Peacemaker, right?
The Peacemaker,
I went out
excellent.
and I wrote a tweet the other day. The tweet was,
I'm glad you're addressing this, man.
Was Holy Smoke Fest over Astroworld Fest?
Mm-hmm.
And this happened pretty close, right? Like maybe like a day after what happened.
Yeah.
Right. And for me personally, I know people.
Wait. And to clarify, you posted this on TNC account, not your personal.
TNC's account, right? I didn't put it on our
Twitter,
own account.
right?
So we all kind of dabble with the social media stuff, right? Who posts and stuff like that, and sometimes we'll engage. But I threw this out, and it kind of like shook up whatever the Twitter world and CHH world and things of that nature. And the reason why I did it was because I saw this video on Grow the Heck Up, and there was this young man who was at the concert, and he said, yo, and this was I don't think he was a believer, right? I think he kind of knew something about God, but he wasn't like a Christian per se, right? But he was saying like, like, yo, I was in that event, and he's like, yo, there was this darkness, and there was this. He's like, you couldn't breathe and you couldn't move, and he explained that he was like, it felt like hell, right?
Yeah.
Now
yeah.
we who are wise, right? Us that read the scripture, right? We know that how people describe hell isn't necessarily according to how scripture describes it, right?
Right.
But that was his expression of what hell was like.
Right.
And I was bothered by that. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? More than, I'm not going to say more, but it wasn't even about the deaths or who had more deaths or who had less deaths. I was just bothered by that. I was like, yo, like this joint was really horrible for people. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And on top of
Right.
that, people died and people got injured.
Right.
And to me, my tweet was more on not the surface level, but on a spiritual level, because I took it personal. Why? Because I have a younger brother who goes to these events, who goes to Rolling Loud and all these events, right? And when I speak to him, I tell him like, yo, be careful out there because you never know. You know what I mean?
Right.
Or give him the speech, don't fornicate, don't do drugs, don't get drunk, be aware of your surroundings, right? He's a grown man. He's like 20 years old. He makes his own decisions, right?
Right.
I have a son who plays Fortnite, who loves Fortnite and watches Travis Scott. You know what I'm saying? And so for me, it was kind of personal because I'm like, yo, that could be anybody's child. And that was somebody's child, right?
Right.
And I'm like, yo, this joint is straight wicked. You know what I'm saying? The way this thing turned out. And I think that went out over a lot of people's heads because I think people just saw,
well, they saw the reply. They saw the reply because for me, when I saw it, that's exactly what I thought.
Right.
And that's why at first I was like, why is this dude bigging up Indie Tribe first and foremost? You know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, man, you know what I mean? But then I was like, nah. And that's why originally my response to you, my response to the tweet was kind of that GIF, you know what I mean? The dude,
yikes,
he's like, I don't know, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then and then like, but then I was like, nah, like it's Jesus over Satan, you know what I'm saying? Because I had seen the same video, right? I had seen the same video, and there's a lot of content out there about this dude being demonic, satanic, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So immediately I was like, nah, like regardless of how I feel about dudes, you know what I'm saying? Like
they the same team.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's Jesus over Satan. And so that's why I responded that way too. You know what I'm saying? I posted twice. I replied twice. But I didn't get that impression at all. And then I saw somebody replied, right? And then when that person replied, everybody just ran with that like idea, but that was never the intent for us, like ever. That wasn't even like a thought. Like I wasn't even thinking that. Like
right. It wasn't even about competition or like
nah.
I get it because you see it and you think competition automatically, but it wasn't really. It wasn't about the deaths. It wasn't about anything close to that. It was just the experience that people went through. And I'm like, yo, I would never want my child to go through that. So yeah, I want them to go to a Holy Smoke a fest. Or yeah, I want them to go to Flavor Fest, right? Or yeah, I want them. I would have said the same thing if it was the Grammys. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
KCA's over Grammys. You know what I mean? Same thing with podcasts, crew, track stars, whoever else is out there,
CHH, whatever.
over Joe Buttons. You know what I'm saying? And that's just, it's kingdom business at the end of the day.
Facts.
And I took it, it was like a spiritual thing at that point when I wrote it, but it went over a lot of people's heads. Facts. I think Wande got it.
Yeah, she did.
But she didn't comment. She didn't comment on us, but she said something and she basically broke down kind of how I felt. And she says it's kind of worse and deep. It's kind of worse and a deeper metaphor to cause man, she probably wrote this wrong. I'm reading it wrong. Switch Mayweather. You can see people in the distance having fun, singing, etc., and they think you're overreacting. till it reaches up with them and they
Right.
start getting crushed too and screaming for help. And what they initially love isn't fun anymore at all. Bro, that's scripture right there, bro.
Facts.
What did Jesus say? That in the end days, it'll be like the days of Noah, where people will be given into marriage, where people would be drinking and laughing and having a good time. And just like that, destruction will fall on them.
Right.
This is what I got from it. You know what I'm saying? But then I seen like some people are I don't know if it's the times and people are like with this whole sensitivity thing, you know. And listen,
Right.
I'm with y'all. Let's mourn with those who mourn. Of course,
Right.
it was a tragedy that happened to these families, you know. But I feel like we overstep our sensitivity. You know what I'm saying? There's things that we see on online where it's like, for instance, there's gay Christian rappers and we want to love them to death. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Let's love them back to Jesus. And it's like, yo, sometimes you got to draw that line in the sand and say, yo, this is some serious stuff you getting in right now.
Right.
Yeah, I love
Right.
you. Yeah, I'm gonna
But you gotta call
support
sin
you.
sin, right?
But you deep in sin.
Right.
But no, we gotta support them. We gotta, you know what I mean? And they would have canceled Jesus because Jesus told one of his disciples, let the dead bury the dead.
Right. Cameron voice.
That's what he said.
Right.
No, Jesus, you can't say that. He got to go bury his pops. Come on, man. Y'all gotta stop with the surface stuff, man. Y'all gotta look a little deeper, man.
It was wild because I seen people commenting that ain't never comment on nothing we do. You know what I mean? Like in the DMs talking about like, yo, like, bro, you don't even follow. Get out of here, bro. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I mean, look, listen, and we're not above reproach, right?
Absolutely not.
We, you know, the same way people criticize CHH rappers, they could criticize.
No, because we had to be accountable in pod life, LNF. Prophet Link, we had the conversation in there, right? With everybody. Like we had to be accountable, and you know, and give our side of the story, you know. So it's not like we above reproach or anything like that.
Right. So that was just it, man. I hope that didn't go over y'all heads. Maybe y'all still feel like, man, just to take the tweet down. It's too soon.
It's not coming down.
But I didn't see it the way y'all saw it. You know what I mean? I didn't see it from y'all.
And that wasn't the intent, right?
I didn't see, you know, and then people started comparing deaths and supposedly someone caught COVID and Holy Smoke Fest, which was totally irrelevant to the tweet. You know, and it just got ugly after that. It just took off and it got ugly. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm still standing by that. It's still Holy Smoke Fest over Astro Fest, man. And you know, I'm not gonna say whether, you know, Travis Scott was sacrificing lives and, you know, he's into this. I mean,
yeah, I went down that rabbit hole, bro.
We gotta be honest though. Music is spiritual. And the reason why it's spiritual is because it's words.
Right.
There's words to it that are attached to it. And we know the scripture says that there's life and death in the power of the tongue, right? So we cannot deny that. You know what I'm saying? We can't just deny that. So yes, it's our side, our team. I want more people to go, even though Jimmy got his gripe or whatever, to go to Holy Smoke Fest. I want them to go to Flavor Fest. I want them to go to Summer Fest.
We gotta have a conversation. That's all. We gotta have a conversation.
I want them to go to these events because I know that our brothers are gonna be mindful of what's going on. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, switch preaching today. Let's go.
And
you're on fire today, son. You're on fire today.
I don't necessarily like think that, you know, Travis Scott, like I said, was trying to like sacrifice people or stuff like that. But there's things that you do. You did. There's things that you do that it's gonna be demonic regardless. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? And there are gonna be things that look similar because they're children of disobedience at the end of the day. And that's just what it is.
Right.
And I just don't know where we draw that, you know, where people want to start drawing that line and saying, because people died. And the devil's thing is to steal, kill, and destroy. And that's exactly what what he did at that event.
Yeah, yeah, man, and it's a sad situation. It's a sad situation. They said 8 people died, right, between the ages of 14 and 27. There's a
Absolutely.
kid. There's a kid right now. I think he's like 9 years old. He has like a brain injury or something like that.
Brain damage. There's someone who's a vegetable, right, or in a coma. 22-year-old.
Yeah, yeah, man. It's a sad
These are
situation, man.
youngins.
Yeah.
It could have been
Yeah.
my brother. You know what I'm saying? It could have been my son if he was like, "Yo, dad, let's go." I wouldn't take him. You know what I'm saying? That's me.
Yeah.
But you know, I don't know. He could have been older. You know, and hey, I'm gonna go check out this Travis Scott and never return home. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy, bro. That's crazy.
Thinking you're gonna go have a good time and
Right. And go catch a show. You know what I mean? Because the last year it was canceled because or the lockdowns and everything else. So you thinking like, all right, cool, we back. You know what I'm saying? Everything we open, it's open. We outside. You know, we're gonna celebrate. We're gonna have a good time, and then, like the Bible says, man, it's like no one knows the time and day, man.
yeah. Overall, unfortunate. There's more work to do, man. There's like 100,000 people. Yeah, go ahead, Jay.
I was gonna ask, do you think Travis Scott is at fault for everything that happened? Because a lot of the
partially,
the story was, the security, the way everything was set
Son,
up,
I heard
and
different
all
reports.
that.
They had between 500 and 1,200 police and security guards.
Right.
That's a lot of police and security guards.
I mean, is it though? For how many people were there? Do you know how many people were there exactly?
I think they said 30,000.
Nigga said his kids could only go to Maverick City concert. Amen.
How many people was it?
Because I mean, 1,000 police and there was 20,000 people.
Weren't they injecting some kind of substance?
There's no evidence of that. There's no evidence of that yet. It's still early. That was one report by a security guard who said he felt something in his neck.
Right.
But there hasn't been any evidence of that yet. You know how it is early on, like during an investigation, everybody has like a story or something to say about it, and then the full story comes out. But let's keep it a buck, man. Like Travis Scott talks about drug abuse, right? So it wouldn't be, and I'm not saying that's the case with these people, you know what I mean? Because again, it's still early. But when I first heard about it, so it looks like it was 50,000 people.
Wow.
That's a lot of people.
But they had more, no? Wasn't it like it was like the capacity was supposed to be 50, and then it ended up being like,
oh yeah, because I saw some people broke in too, right? Y'all saw that? Like some people hopped the fence, some people just rushed the gates.
Yeah.
So I see on PolitiFact, I don't know, if they're reputable or not, but it says Live Nation scheduled a 50,000 person Astroworld music festival at a venue that only has capacity for 20,000.
Wow. So I think Live Nation is probably more responsible, more to blame than Travis Scott. I also heard a report that the police chief and the fire chief met with Live Nation before this event, and they shared some of the concerns. I saw
that
some dude who was I didn't see some dude. I read that someone who was like supposed to be promoting the event or in charge of promoting it stepped away from that because they were like, yo, this is crazy. Like, this is a disaster waiting to happen. I saw an interview with a security guard who was going to work the event. He was like, nah, like, I don't feel prepared. I don't feel trained. And that's a lot of the reports from people as well that were like on the ground. They were like saying like that the security guard and the staff didn't know how to do CPR and didn't have a lot of the skills necessary to help these people out.
LNF says they took out the seats to get maximum standing room. Wow. Well, I mean, it's easy to blame the artist, right? But I think there's many factors, right? Because there were ambulances that were coming and the people were wilding out. You know what I'm saying? The people were standing on top of the ambulance that were trying to
They
help
were
people.
dancing. Yeah.
So where are those people? Where do they get accountable? You know what I'm saying? I know it's like the artists, but it's like, what about the people in the crowd who weren't helping other individuals or were delaying them?
Yeah. I heard some people like commenting on the fact that like at a previous festival, he stopped the concert because he lost his shoe or something like that. And they were saying like, well, why didn't he stop this concert? It's a different concert, right? Like it's a different environment. The one where he stopped, you know, the show because someone stole the shoe was during the day. You know what I mean? So you could see what's going on. That joint was like the Astroworld joint was dark. You know, it was like you really couldn't see anything. And he actually did stop because he said I heard audio, I saw a video that there was somebody who had a following or something like that. He's like, hey, help him out, get him out. And they pulled him over, you know what I mean? So there were times that he did speak up, but obviously you know, not enough to save more lives. But you know, we gotta acknowledge that, you know, that it wasn't just like, you know what I'm saying, like he just didn't care and he saw people dying because we don't know what he saw.
Right. And what about those people that I saw a video of them running up onto the stage and they're telling like a camera person or whoever's nearby, like, stop the show. There's people dying. Like,
yeah,
you know,
where's
the accountability?
Did I read that it was like 40 minutes after that he stopped the show after they've been trying to get his attention?
Yeah.
Wow.
I saw that too, man.
And then he went to Dave and Buster's and had a good time
with Drake.
Yeah, he didn't know the tragedies that were happening.
But like he's an artist. Like you think that they're really telling him like they're really telling him that sort of stuff? Like that's not like he has people to deal with that, right? That's why you hire EMS and you hire security guards, you know what I'm saying, and all that because so you won't have to deal with it. So those people can do their jobs because they're more experienced with dealing with that sort of thing, you know? At least, you know, that's what I think. You know, I mean, I think the Live Nation dropped the ball there because I don't think Travis Scott organized this event, right? I think he partnered with Live Nation and he's like, yo, y'all take care of that. I'll show up and I'll perform. You know, just hand me the bag.
Yeah. LNF says he did. Travis told followers to break in as soon as the tickets sold out. Wow.
Oh, that was early. That was early. Yeah, that was early in the event. Yo, Jay, so you think that cameraman should be held responsible?
I don't know. I don't know if maybe held responsible, but he didn't seem to do anything about it, you know. And granted, you know, if he's doing his job, he's trying to get the footages or whatever, like, is he just going to leave his post and start running? And
what is he going to do? He's a cameraman. Like, I can't, if somebody,
but I get it though, like
there's
the
nothing I can do.
Right.
There's nothing I can do. If
not only that, but how many times you have people just run on stage and tell you and do crazy stuff, and then they got to get security. You know what I'm saying? So you don't know what's going on. Someone could be either trolling or it's a legit. So what kind of,
and you assume that there's people there to handle that, right? Like there's 500, there's 1,200 cops and security guards out here. Like, why are you telling me the cameraman? Like, you know what I'm saying? Go tell the cops. Go tell EMT. There's all kinds of you know, nurses or whatever else out there. Like they can help. They can do a far better job of, you know, resuscitating someone than me if I'm a cameraman.
I'll counter to that because you know, medical or wherever the first aid is not going to be where, you know, you might experience the problem, right?
Sure.
Like whoever jumped onto the stage and tell the cameraman, obviously they were in the front row. And maybe there wasn't no
cameras. The camera's not in the
and
front
it's
row.
saying, nah, people telling you people dying. He's about to log on. He says, log in, Papa. Come on.
Log on. Dude acting like he need an invite to come on here and talk.
Well, technically
in the comments. Like
anyway. Yeah. But
so what LNF and Ann are saying was that, so it says you got to find the tweet. He told his followers to break in months before the festival started.
Okay, cool, but that's security's job, right? To make sure that that doesn't happen. Like I get he has some responsibility. I never said that he doesn't have any responsibility.
Definitely.
I just think that most of the responsibility lies on Live Nation, and they're kind of they're using him as a lightning rod. Because nobody talking about Live Nation right now. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, they're already getting sued. There's like 50 lawsuits pending.
Yeah, sure, and they should. They should.
Yo, what's this foolishness y'all talking?
Yo, why you sound like one of them rappers we invite onto the guest who just use their mics as
because I just got home, yo.
He's just settling in.
Well, why you selling? There's a poll on YouTube that says, there's a poll on YouTube right now that says if Travis Scott is to blame, and the majority seems to say yes, 71% of you.
Yeah, see.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't disagree. I don't disagree
is that because they've
been
watching Big Bird, because that's what the media is telling me.
Nah, don't try to change the subject now.
Ain't nobody changing the subject.
Nah, I mean, I'm saying I don't disagree that he doesn't have, like Jimmy said, some part to it, but there's other aspects too. You have a wild crowd who's being incited. You have the people that are running the event. Like, you got to be prepared for this type of stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He hypes the crowd though.
Oh yeah,
sure.
He's known for that.
Right. So if you hype the crowd for that type of behavior, what you expect?
True.
And then, like, when you talking about the people going up, these people running up there talking about, they were saying the people are dying. Like, that's a troll. It was two different people though.
Yeah, but you at an event and you don't know what's going on. As a cameraman, anything could be told to you. Oh, this is happening. They might tell them your job is not. Don't pay attention to what's going on. So.
Right, you getting, because I've worked at an event as a cameraman. You know what I'm saying?
Someone told you somebody was dying?
Nah, nobody did. But what am I gonna do if somebody tells me that? Like, there's nothing I can do. What do you want me to do? Like,
ain't nothing you
go
could
find
do,
a security guard. You know what I'm saying? Like, go find somebody with a flashlight. There's nothing
Now,
I can do.
in those events, did you have like some kind of communication?
I didn't have none of that. Nope, none of that.
So it's just you and the camera.
Me and my camera.
And you have to do your job to get paid.
Hey,
exactly.
He wasn't at Live Nation.
I wasn't at Live Nation. You're absolutely right.
Shots fired.
No, but what did I say from the beginning? I said Live Nation is responsible.
I think, but the lawsuits ain't at Live Nation. They had Travis.
They saying Travis?
Yeah, and now they got the feds in looking into it.
He's gonna be held accountable. Yes,
for sure.
It's like 18
for the words that he said. If he incited like a riot or violence or whatever it is, if he told people to like rush to the front, and and he wasn't telling people to back up and give people space, then I'm sure he's gonna be held liable for that. Yeah, no doubt about that. And he should be. I'm not defending him and saying that he shouldn't be held responsible. We already said that.
Absolutely.
He played a role, you know what I mean?
Sure.
And he should be held accountable for that. But like, I think Live Nation has more responsibility and more blame than anybody else in this equation.
LNF says the main blame goes to the promoters. In my opinion, I've put on a show, and we had to get insurance and enough security for a CHH concert. Anything that goes wrong at a concert is on the promoters. Yeah. Promoters, then parents, then Travis. Ain't enough security in the world for 50,000 people.
Well, what about the crowd? What about the people that they have on tape who were jumping on top of the ambulance and wilding out?
They should be held accountable too.
Yeah, they need security at CHH events.
Yeah, bro. You know when them hog mob dudes roll up, how it be?
They are security.
They are security. That's right.
So they come in with them blickies.
Canvas and Clay Music says Live Nation definitely has some responsibility because they gotta provide security as well. Promoters, venue, all of them got a part too. Yep. Yeah.
It's just sickening, man.
It's terrible. Mad conspiracy theories. Marcus Rogers do open up the
What did
gates
he
of
say?
hell.
Oh my gosh, what did he say?
Why you listen to that dude, man? Stop giving that dude views.
It ain't just him. It's mad people. Eshawn.
Oh yeah, I saw Eshawn posted.
Yo, them pictures is they eerily, really close though.
Well, what were those pictures though?
The entrance of hell, the painting of all entrance of hell, which matched his Astroworld entrance.
Oh yeah. But I'm saying, like, where did they get those old pictures from? Is that from like a show?
Nah, I think some old Roman paintings or something.
Yeah, I think we what is it called?
What?
Was it Heron or something?
The horror of what was it called? Hold on, I'm trying to see if
I know I saw another picture of Travis and he's Bat Boy or something like that, or Bat something of his album cover.
Like an animal, the bat?
Yeah.
Oh.
And it's him with like earrings and his face looks wild. And then
yeah.
What was the name of the album? Is it?
I don't know, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it had a name, and people were like, "Oh, even the name," and I was like, "Okay."
And then they pointed out his shirt, how the figures are going through a portal and coming out demonic.
Right.
All right. So the painting is called The Harrowing of Hell, right?
There it is.
And that's actually in the Apostles' Creed. That's where it stems from. It's part of the Christian theology. And it's the belief that Jesus went to hell, preached the gospel. Yeah. So it's been part of Christian tradition for a very long time. So that picture is actually, and there's many pictures like that. But that concept is not something unique to Christianity. But I think when it's framed, the way that it is, with the backdrop of this and the inverted crucifix and all that, what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
you can get all Marcus Rogers with it,
I mean, you guys don't think to an extent it kind of resembles those things, or like
it does.
I mean, they ain't over there praising Jesus. It's not a Maverick City concert,
right?
So
it's already not spiritual off the back.
Bag, bro.
I was about to say that, yo. We're mentioning them too much.
Did they drop an album?
That's C4's fault. That's C4's fault. Shout out to C4.
Yeah, it is.
Right. Hey, if you haven't checked out that episode, you should definitely check it out.
Yo, this dude eating on the pod. This dude eating chuletas on the pod. This other dude eating cereal, apple pie.
Who's eating cereal? Man?
You, what you eating? Over
I'm
here.
not eating cereal.
What you eating?
Oh, dinner, yo. I'm just got home, man.
He said, "Oh." He said, I feel marvelous. I'm eating on the podcast.
He got the mauve shirt or hoodie on. This is mauve.
So
man.
Anyway, yeah, man. What we talking about? I went on, my ADD kicked in.
If Travis is at fault.
Yeah, he is
saying yes.
He is.
Oh. Yes.
He is. But I think Live Nation is more at fault.
He is.
Yeah. LNF says demonic imagery is great marketing. We give free promo.
Christians love promoting
to any artist
demonic, satanic
that take that art direction.
Facts. That's why they do it.
Hey, we did it with the fake Jesus.
That wasn't satanic. That wasn't demonic though. That's
it's not Christian.
It's not Christian.
That's what it is.
It's not.
Open one of the logos.
I guess you could say
it's not
demonic,
Christian.
huh? I guess you could say. That's facts though. I saw Justin added us, right? You said
Really?
somebody replied to one of his posts like, "Yo, that's demonic." He's like, "So is your logo."
Yeah. Nah, because I was making I was
that's who it was.
I was making
You.
a
It was
joke. I was
you.
making a joke, and he said like
I thought it was
five,
you. I was gonna put you out there.
he said 5 things to do, and it was like yoga. And I said, "Oh, they're gonna come after him for that." So then I
Right.
said, "That's the yoga, bro. That's demonic." You know, I was just joking around.
Yoga.
And he said, "Your
Yoga.
logos." I hope he didn't take that personal. No, we was just joking. Because I think sometimes people
nah.
feel like you're gonna start pushing that narrative. Like if you make a comment like that, it's like, oh, now everybody else is gonna start rolling with that.
I don't think. I think we have a decent enough relationship for him to know that. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like that. I think.
Yeah.
Had he been a rapper, he might have been all sensitive about it. You know what I mean?
Wow. Wow.
You know how them CHH artists are.
Here it is. You ready? Yoga is demonic.
Yo, come on. Why you put? Come on, man. This dude
how
tried to go in through the back door, man. Why you
he
even
did.
post that up, bro? Why you post that up, bro? Giving this dude too much.
Yo, Kyle,
much time, man.
Kyle, you can't dislike our post no more, man.
He been
But
saying
yeah,
that
man.
all podcast, man.
So
Tell that
that's
man,
man.
tell that man to become a member, man. 10 cents a day. Let's go, man. 10 cents a day. You could do that.
Yo, we begging for members now. So
We are. Your man went through the back door. Last week he was texting you.
Paul.
Yeah, this is in the group chat.
You know what I'm saying? Come on, man.
Yo, yeah, man. What other things y'all got that like y'all saw that was part of this event, like in a spiritual sense, where you were just like, that rubbed me the wrong way?
I'm a heathen, so nothing.
The music.
All right, the music.
It ain't a 116 concert, so.
Right.
So it's
Wasn't that
116.
weird?
Is 116 over Astroworld Fest?
Don't put me into that.
Oh,
No, I'm just kidding.
this
Oh,
is
of course.
soft,
It's
man.
116 over
Lecrae
everything.
over Travis Scott.
What was Andy's joint called? Didn't he have a tour?
Well,
Yeah, recently.
Neverland tour.
the Neverland.
Neverland over Astroworld.
Yeah, man.
Ooh,
That
I'm
was
getting
a
that 116
sad.
tattoo real soon.
Let's go.
That
Should have
was
got
a
an
crazy.
Should have got an ATL.
Yeah, you should got it on your neck.
Right here.
116.
Reach Records hometown.
Yo, did you see Andy posted everybody who got his logo tattooed on them?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh.
Yo, these fans are crazy, bro.
they different.
Yo, don't be getting no TNC tats, all right?
Nah, get him.
This guy.
I want to do
I want to do a video like Andy.
Nah,
Yeah.
chill.
because I'm gonna look at you crazy.
Andy. Go
Like
ahead.
I'm gonna look.
I
at you
mean,
crazy,
it's not like
yo.
it's saying it's not his name or anything. It's just from the artwork,
Yeah.
right? I don't think that's that bad. Now, people that be getting tattoos of LeBron on their calf and other stuff, that's an extreme.
I'm gonna be honest though. That
Or the
arrow,
Knicks logo.
that arrow, that whoever the artist was did not do that great of a job.
Nah, that joint look like a cartoon.
That looked like somebody's
bro.
Kids
That's on them permanently, bro. Stop.
That look like something you draw when you bored in a meeting.
Yeah, bro. Like you should have got that. Whatever it is that they should have sent you that
That look
original copy.
That
Yo,
John looked
bro.
like his daughter came home from kindergarten talking about, "Look, Poppy, look what I drew for you."
Yeah.
Oh
and then
my
he
gosh.
tatted it on his arm.
All right, listen. Stop.
It joint look
We
like he did
being
it in the-
real. Can we be real?
It look like he
That
did it
joint
in
was
a
not
holding
popping,
cell.
son.
Listen, if it wasn't popping, people wouldn't be putting it on their skin.
What?
Nah, people
No,
do some dumb
I'm
stuff,
not
bro.
saying.
What you
I'm
talking
not
about?
saying.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that the artwork itself. I'm saying the person that whoever did the tattoo
particular
artist.
one,
Music,
that-
I'm with you, bro. I agree.
Yeah, that one.
When I
that
saw
was
the
that was
tattoo
a-
artist, I was like, "Ugh,
They did that joint with a pen
what's
and
that?"
a battery.
Yo,
Pen
like
and
the
a
pen
battery.
pen. Like in Rikers.
Yeah, that's what they
Right,
did.
Yo,
Yeah.
chill.
Like this.
Yeah.
Chill.
You got Pistol Pete doing
They look like my dad's
Yo,
tattoos.
Pistol Pete did that joint, yo.
Damn, bro.
Some
With
5-star
Tourette's.
general.
Yo,
did
Jimmy,
that joint
mute
in
your
jail.
mic.
Dude had Tourette's.
They got like hooch. They like, yo, give me hooch. Give me your commissary or something. I'll get you
Your
this.
man put in the comments
what's
do my laundry for a
joint?
tattoo.
What's the joint they called? They put in the toilet.
Oh, I don't know. The hooch.
It's hooch, but there's a name for it though.
Oh man,
I forgot.
someone else has been trending, man.
Who?
Our so-called brother in the faith,
Our brother.
Oh,
Kanye.
Is that not his name anymore?
Yeezy.
Yay.
Yeah,
Yeezy. Is it a Yeezy?
No.
It's
That Drink Champs.
Yeah.
yeah. Did y'all see the episode?
Yes, I did. I saw
When is
most of it.
well, yeah. You saw most of it. Okay.
There's a part 2 coming, right?
Yeah, I
Tomorrow.
was just gonna say if it's out or not.
Nah, tomorrow.
Oh, okay. I read though that he went a little crazy though. It seemed like he was already off the walls, and he was like yelling at people.
Wait, you didn't see any of it?
Nah, you didn't.
No, I'm saying part two.
Oh, part 2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I saw the whole thing.
What did you think?
I tried to get some information on it. I'm like, word part 2, what's going on? But
you got some insider scoop?
yeah, I know, the engineer, but he was on the hush.
Oh
He didn't
yeah.
want to say
He signed
jack.
an NDA.
Right. He didn't want to say nothing, yo.
All right.
But we'll see tomorrow, I guess. But he was wilding out. He was blowing trees, taking shots.
Jesus and Hennessy go good together.
Here we go.
Oh yeah, he was.
What? So, Ant, what you thought? Because you kind of expressing it like just seeing that interview.
I thought Kanye. I think Kanye still. I don't think he's faking it. I just think he's still new to it. You know what I'm saying? Like everyone putting too much on him, too much responsibility on him right now, as if he's some type of savior to the culture or something. But I mean, if and we spoke about it before, if he doesn't have anyone to guide him, he doesn't have any type of discipleship, any type of real mentors, what do you expect from him? So I don't think that he doesn't believe or he's not into what he's actually saying, or I don't believe in any of that. I just think he don't have the right people guiding him, the right people around him. Yo, that dude said he's traveling out of a bag.
Yeah, I actually found that very interesting. In a, almost like a weird genius kind of way. You know, he called it what was it? He said when he's with his daughter, that's his home. But then the bag was like where he lived, something like that.
Yeah.
I thought you didn't see it.
Huh? No, I said I did see it.
He saw it. Yeah. I think he was basically saying like, and there was some points of that where I liked, because he was saying that his relationships have, I mean, well, obviously you're famous and you're a billionaire, but his relationships have afforded him to be able to move around where he wants and to get stuff for free, gifts and stuff. So, if he needs to take a shower somewhere,
just money. Yeah.
Right. And I felt that. I thought that was pretty dope. There's a lot. Kanye's so like sporadic, and I didn't like a lot of it. I felt like people that he had issues with, he was really putting them on blast. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this person put me on blast, so I'm you know what I mean? The worst thing I did was sign Big Sean. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, like that, you mean?
Yeah, you know what I mean? It was like anybody who didn't agree with what Kanye believes, it was like, let me shut them down right now,
Nah, but you saw, I got his point of view on that, though, because he was saying
they deserved it, bro.
That they spoke out against him first.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So he felt like...
Because they disagreed with the MAGA stuff, right?
Well, he's not that they disagree with it, but they spoke out in public about it rather than talking to him.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like they basically aired the business out instead of just talking to him privately.
Yeah, I don't know. It just came off a little arrogant to me.
I think he's right about
he
John
is
Legend.
arrogant.
You know, but I'm not judging him, you know what I'm saying, and his walk and as a believer. Who am I to judge? But I just, you know, I was like, eh. But there was a lot of good stuff, like as far as like wisdom in like the industry and the stuff that he goes through. He gave a lot of insight, you know what I'm saying? And he's a brilliant dude. He really is a brilliant dude. Like I've noticed that in the interview. I was like, yo,
Yeah.
this dude has a different mind than the average person. You know what I'm saying? He thinks differently and he processes things very differently.
Yep.
So in the natural sense, I saw that, and that was pretty dope. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Thanks.
I mean, I don't know. What do you think people expected? They thought he was going to go up there and start preaching?
Nah.
Who knows?
Nah. I mean, I'll say this: the interview was much more different than the previous interviews that he's had. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because he had that one interview that was on Apple, right? And his whole demeanor and his whole attitude was a little different. This joint was just like, oh, we doing hip hop. All right, I'm gonna just air it out. You know what I'm saying?
True.
But also, I think that Apple interview, it was like fresh off of everything too.
So here's my thing, right? And this is for all the believers out there, right? I don't know what everybody's process is, right? Because when I came to faith, it was like a cold turkey thing. It was like immediately I stopped doing the things that were against God, right? Is that everybody's process? You know what I'm saying? Like, is it all cold turkey? Because that's how I see it from my point of view, right? I came, accepted the Lord, fire in me, Holy Spirit. I'm going. I'm full throttle, 100. You know what I'm saying? Like, no turning back.
That's how I was. I couldn't even listen to no hip hop, nothing. Like watch certain stuff. So I'm kind of like with you. It was just straight cold turkey.
Right. But now there's other people who I talk to and they say, nah, like it's been a series of events and you know, a process pretty much. Yeah, like a journey.
Mm-hmm.
You know, right. I mean, last week when we had C4, you know what I'm saying? He was kind of breaking down like it was a process. It was like, you know what I'm saying, slowly, and then the next thing you know, he's just like fully in. You know what I'm saying? And so I don't know if this is one of those things where it's like Kanye got the seed in him, and then you know what it says about like the seed falls on good ground and some fall on rocky ground, and you know he's excited at first, and then you know of course the passions and the things that go on in the world steal that from you. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if he's still growing. You know, we spoken to other brothers where they were like, yo, I still was smoking weed and hunts and reading the Bible and doing this. You know what I'm saying? And that's because they're unchurched, right? They just know what they know, but they know that they know God and they have some kind of encounter with him.
Dayton had a good post on that where he showed a clip from a concert he did and he was cussing up a storm, rapping and everything. He was like, yo, that was 2 years after I got saved.
Wow. Yeah.
So, you know, it basically kind of pointed out to the fact that, you know, it's a process, you know, for some.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's where we got to just kind of be careful on how we speak about, you know, oh, Ye's faking it or Ye's this and Ye's that. Like, because from my conversations with other believers, it's all different. You know what I'm saying? Some of them have process, some are just cold turkey, some are just, and you know, you don't want to be talking about another child of God,
true,
any kind of way. You know what I'm saying? Even though we all children of God, but someone who's a follower. But that man's gone through a lot too, man. You know what I'm saying? because he goes against the grain and he expresses himself. You know what I'm saying? He's not gonna keep his he's not for suppression. You could tell that he's for freedom of speech, freedom of thought, freedom of art. You know what I'm saying? So, but you know, some people pushing back him getting drunk, kind of getting drunk. You know, he was throwing some shots back, smoking some weed, things of that nature.
Uh-oh. So we're trying to get spicy in the comments.
I mean, I want to see part 2 of it and see how crazy he quote unquote gets. So yeah.
You want to see how crazy he gets?
Yeah, because that's what I read, that in the part 2 he starts yelling at somebody off camera about something. So I don't know.
All that cussing.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think, for me, the cussing doesn't bother me.
Oh,
Jay cussed me out of Top Gun.
Oh, okay. Okay, so you a cussing Christian?
Nah, not like that.
Nah, he didn't.
Oh, yeah.
Not like that.
We're gonna clip
Yo,
that.
this dude is a pro golfer now,
yo. I'm nice.
Yikes! I saw that swing. So for y'all that don't know, Jay went to ATL. He got the link up with Ant, and they went to what? Top Golf.
Yeah.
I've never been there, man. Everybody tells me it's a dope spot.
Yo, bro, it's so much fun. So much fun.
We tried to go when we was with Loso, but I think they was closed early because it was like still COVID restrictions then.
Yeah. And the wait time was long, and we was hungry, so then, anyway.
Yeah.
That's
But
where we really stay.
we went this time, man. This dude was knocking them out the park, yo.
Yo, it was definitely rough in the beginning because I've never picked up any golf clubs, never swung at anything like that. So
you're looking like Tiger Woods.
What? Tiger Woods?
Tiger Woods.
Yeah,
Tigre.
Top Golf is totally fun. Hey,
Oye, Tigre.
If Top Golf sees this video, holla at us. Contact at
Sponsor,
that'snotchristian.com.
For real, we need that.
Yeah.
So
We need some free bays.
I've never went golfing, so I probably would be just as bad then, right? Because I only done miniature golf.
Yeah. Now listen.
Nah, this ain't no miniature golf.
If I go and I play like an actual game of golf, I'm sure I would be terrible at it. But here, because you're just swinging at the ball, like, yeah.
Yo, that's a big part of it though. That getting that ball across the course like that. So you got used to it now.
True.
You just gotta get your aim down. And
yeah.
So Ant, you good at it. You're pretty decent at it.
I ain't good. I mean, I'm all right. Jay started hitting better than me.
And what they do, they just give y'all like they consistently bring out the golf balls and stuff.
It's automatic, like it just comes out of the machine. You just wave your club over it, and it spits the ball out.
Yeah, I heard that joint is pricey.
Nah, it wasn't. Well, that's why I was so busy yesterday.
Yeah, because it's Tuesdays is like half off. But I don't know if whatever
everywhere or just there.
That's the no. Well, I'm sure it's everywhere. The half off. I just don't know if the prices are consistent everywhere.
It's usually like 50, 55 in the evening
for a booth,
for a bay. Yeah,
for a bay. Okay. Yep.
But yesterday it was 23.
Yeah.
And that's for what, half an hour or hour?
That was an hour.
Yeah. Oh, that's not bad then. And then you got the food and the drinks and all that good stuff.
I mean, that's separate.
Yeah,
but you could order it pretty much.
Yeah.
Do they come to you or?
Yep.
Yeah, they come to you.
You have your own server.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's straight, man.
Yeah, it was fun. I definitely recommend it to anybody. If you're
There's
on the
one in
fence
Jersey, right?
There's one in Jersey, yeah. And then they're just finishing up one out here in Long Island. Because I remember I drove by and they were putting up the nets. So I assume by now.
So we
I'm
out?
down.
Uh-oh.
I mean, I'm down.
Let's go.
Yeah, I'm down.
Aren't you supposed to go to a shooting range?
Jersey
wanna
might
do that.
be closer to you.
You know what we could do? Bible study and golf. Look at that.
Oh,
Wow. And then we could do it live.
oh,
You don't want to do too much. You want to go
live
live.
at Top Golf. I don't know how you gonna have a conversation with that.
Hey guys.
Right.
Yeah, now you set up a camera ready to swing and you're just talking. You
Just
got a
put
little mic.
the mics on your shirts.
Yeah.
Jimmy, you been golfing?
He steals
Yeah,
golf clubs.
Oh,
Nah,
he
the
steals them
carts.
and sell and resells.
Nah, I haven't played a
people
full
sell
game, but
golf clubs.
I've been to like the range and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I hit the balls at the range, but not like not at Top Golf.
Nice.
The same thing. So it's just games.
And they got music too, right? It's like a DJ.
Yeah. Friday they have DJs.
Remember View was said he was DJing at over there where he was at. Like they was doing the Top Golf. View Beats.
Oh yeah.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, he said he was a DJ on in Top Golf.
Oh wow, I missed it probably.
That was so long ago.
But yeah.
But that's how I first was introduced, and then my mom mentioned it, and then I'm like, oh, I always hear this place, and then Aunt was like, yo, this spot is fire. So
we gotta do it.
One of my bucket list.
Word.
What else we got? Yo.
So Bible study and golf. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that works.
Yeah.
Bible study and golf balls.
Why you gotta say it like that though?
Because I wanted to get the B&B, but whatever. Bring your own Bible. What else we got? That's it, man. We off this.
That's it. Hit him with the word of the day.
This dude got here late. He ready to bounce.
Hey, listen, I gotta be early
for
tomorrow.
2 hours, yo.
Yeah.
That's true.
Well, it's good to see you guys join us, man, and everybody that's listening and watching. We got the word of the day. The new members.
Yeah, shout them out real quick before since you mentioned and you brought them up.
We had Cody, right? Who changed their name to Canvas and Clay, I think.
Yeah.
We got DJ LNF, Motivational Sam.
Motivational Sam. What's up? Who else?
Got some other ones that
Thank you. And then you got your man backdooring.
Nah. No shout out. Switch already shouted him out like 10 times.
Say anything. And then he said
Salt and light up in here. Salt and light up in here.
Yeah.
Salt and light.
Yeah. If you're interested in becoming a member, just hit that link that's pinned to the YouTube comments. And if you are an audio only listener, it'll be in the show notes. So we sincerely appreciate it.
You get the comment live.
That's right.
So, word of the day, we got Proverbs 23:17. It says, let not your heart envy sinners, but continue in the fear of the Lord all the day. All the day.
Amen to that.
Let's go.
Amen.
Not just in the morning. Not just in the
evening.
evening.
Todo día.
All day.
Dope. So with that being said, we want to thank you once again. Make sure you hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And don't forget to get your merch at that'snotchristian.com. Make sure you go check it out. And if you are interested, we still have TNC Deals Telegram page still open for invite. We're going to be closing this soon. So if you're not in there, you're going to start losing out, especially during this time where Christmas is coming and you want to get gifts at, certain percentages off. And so if you saw our video that we posted on Instagram of me, quote unquote, pitching it, you should go check it out, sign up, and start reaping the benefits. So, we'll see you next week. Thank you again, and peace.
Peace.
Peace.